words of wisdom from Wisconsin. And I'm upstairs in my little crafty area making, masks and whatnot. And I'm also turning over my old 2020 calendar, my Maxine 2020 calendar, to my 2021 calendar, because you do that this time of year. This was my favorite Maxine. This is September. Decaf is like diet water. What's the point? Ain't that the truth? I'll tell you that much. So that was my 2020 calendar. And now my 2021 calendar, it's got to be a better year because I've got 365 puppies. That's a puppy every day. Look. This is going to be better already just because of the calendar. So today's show, I'm going to take you through some New Year's resolutions that you can apply to your life to make 2021 exactly what you want it to be with you in it. So stay tuned. Now, on New Year's Eve at midnight, everybody goes from 2020 to 2021. You can't outrun Father Time. You can hop in your car and drive 61 miles an hour trying to outrun Father Time, but you're going to hit the international date line, and that'll set you back to 1999, and you'll be partying like you did back then. So you just got to go through it. Now, one of the things that you can do to help you with this transition through the portal of past to the future is you can develop some questions to help you strategize on your New Year's resolutions, which will guide you into the new year. Now, I went onto the Google and I found some questions that you can ask yourself in designing your New Year's resolution. How do you want to feel in the new year with your resolution? Well, happy, not sad. Okay, things like that. Ask yourself that question. Number 2, what energy do you want to create around yourself? That's like your aura. You need to know your color palette. Are you an autumn? Are you a spring? Are you jewel tone or pastel? And that'll help you with your resolution. Are you operating from a place of restriction? No. Or a place of abundance? Yes. Right? Is the glass half full or half empty? You got to make a choice which one you're going to be. And so those kind of parameters will help you design your New Year's resolution. Okay, so what I thought that I would do this year is I went on the internet, and this is in the public domain. This is a poem that I found in the 1990s, about 20, 30 years ago, written by Nadine Stair at the age of 85, and it's called If I Had My Life to Live Over Again. And I found this copy at mrsmindfulness.com. So you can go on the Google and find it yourself and read it. It's a very nice poem, and she's giving some advice from an 85-year-old person's perspective. If she had her life to live over again, what would she do differently? And there's got to be some wisdom in here, from her wisdom to ML's words of wisdom, that maybe will resonate and turn into a New Year's resolution for me. So let's read it. If I had my life to live over again, I dare to make more mistakes next time. Well, mistakes can be painful, but you do learn from them. That's the truth. She says, I'd relax. Well, I already relax all the time. I do meditation, think of nothing. I color in the lines in Zendangle. I can do the paint by number. I knit and crochet to help me relax. I'm very relaxed. I'm very, very relaxed. So I don't need to calm down anymore. But, okay. I'd limber up. She says limber up. I do that. I do all these exercises, that Pilates and the yoga. I do more yoga now than anything. I'd be sillier than I've been on this trip, and I would take fewer things seriously. Well, I'm serious as a heart attack, I'll tell you that much. I would take more chances. I would eat more ice cream and less beans. Oh, I love green tea ice cream. Do you? I don't know why, but I just love green tea ice cream. I would perhaps have more actual troubles, but fewer imaginary ones. You see, I've been a person who's been sensible and sane hour after hour, day after day. Well, I'll tell you what. There is nothing like waking up at 3 a.m. in the witching hour and not having any sort of disaster to worry about. Because if you wake up, you can't get up and go get a cup of coffee and start your day. It's way too early. And if you don't have anything to worry about, an imaginary, disaster going off in your head, a tree falling on your house, or some sort of fire or something going on in your head, then I don't know what you do. You just sit there and look at the ceiling, watch the clock and Weather Channel app on your iPhone. You've got to have imaginary ghosts and demons and goblins running around in your mind at all times. Otherwise, you don't have anything to think about. It says, I've had my moments. If I had to do it all over again, I'd just have more moments. In fact, I'd try to have nothing else, just moments one after another. Okay, well, That's like an ML moment, an ML mini moment. ML having a moment. ML's words of wisdom from Wisconsin is a moment that just happens one after another. It's ML coming at you on a one-way street. It's ML. Yeah, baby. That's my life, 24/7. That's just called being. That's just called being ML, okay? I've been one of those persons that doesn't go anywhere without a thermometer, a hot water bottle, a raincoat, and a parachute. Well, I don't know what you're going to do with a parachute, Nadine. I don't know what kind of life you were living, but I'd leave the parachute at home. If I could do it again, I would travel lighter than I have. Well, yeah, drop the parachute thing. If I had to live my life over, I would start barefoot earlier in the spring and stay that way later into the fall. Well, you know what? When I was little growing up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I was always running around barefoot in the summer, and I was always stubbing my big left toe. I don't know why. But there was always like an uneven crack in the sidewalk, and I was always stubbing that toe and stepping on bricker bushes and glass, and I always had a Band-Aid on my foot. It was ridiculous. So I would say, put on sensible shoes. Wear comfortable shoes. Comfortable shoes, and you'll be fine. And then she says, I would go to more dances, I would ride more merry-go-rounds, and I would pick more daisies. Oh, thank you, Nadine. I think this is just wonderful. And I think it's causing me to think and giving me some tips and ideas on what kind of New Year's resolutions that I want to do. And I think going forward, I just want to continue being ML. I just want to, don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. I want to keep the status quo. I don't want to go changing the color of my hair, go changing anything. I want to carry on my wayward son into 2021. Well, I hope that this has given you some tips and ideas on how you can go into the new year with some resolutions, a new year and a new you. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye-bye.